You know, with all the copyright abuse that has happened these days, sometimes you just have to take a step back, look at everything, and just have to appreciate everything that's going on. You know, I'm that type of guy that, you know, is just very humble. So the one thing that I'm actually going to do during this video before we start dunking on Harman Smith, as I want to thank Harman Smith for not abusing the copyright system on any of the content creators that cover him. Thank you very much, Harman. I truly do appreciate it. Handling it like a professional person, unlike these PlayStation fanboys. Now, a lot of you may be sitting there thinking to yourself, like, Gar, why are you doing this? What is the whole point of doing this? Well, I'm a very humble man, okay? Behind all the craziness and the chaos that I do behind the scenes, just a very honorable and appreciative person, you know? I may be crazy on the surface and stuff, but deep down below, there's a Gar there that's very honorable and appreciative. And these little things that, you know, the people that I cover that don't abuse the copyright system like many others have done to other content creators, I truly do appreciate it. So I felt like this part of the segment right here, I think it was actually deserved to say to Harman straight to his face because he came directly to me to say it. I just want to tell Harman Smith, thank you. But now I'm going to go ahead and dunk on you. So like I always say, right before we dive right into that content, fam, please make sure to go grab yourself a nice little snack and a nice little drink, and we're just going to go ahead and dive right into that content.
I have uninstalled Steam.
Well, congratulations, Harman Smith. I am very happy for you that you have finally learned how to uninstall programs in your PC. Now, I'm just kind of curious, do you know the difference between a PC and a laptop? Because what you have is a laptop, not a PC. Big old difference.
There is absolutely nothing on the platform that cannot be experienced on a Nintendo console.
You serious?
Let's see, you can't play Elden Ring, you can't play Baldur's Gate 3, you can't play Space Marine 2, you can't play Black Myth Wukong, you sure as hell can't emulate on there, and there's about a million other things that you cannot do on a Nintendo Switch. But technically you could do those, but if I were to tell you, you know, Nintendo would get their panties tied in a knot and strike down this video. So if you catch what I'm saying, what you can do with a Nintendo Switch in order to do these certain things, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Right. Instead of wasting my time buying PCs, upgrading the parts, spending a whole lot of time and money making sure everything runs correctly, right? Wasting my time with like completely astroturf products that won't be on the service a year from now, you know, games like Pow World, right? You know, everything on there is just a knockoff of a Nintendo game.
Oh, please tell me, what exactly did Baldur's Gate 3 rip off from Nintendo? What exactly did Black Myth Wukong rip off from Nintendo? What did Space Marine 2 exactly rip off from Nintendo? And most importantly, because this game lives like rent-free in your fucking head, what did Elden Ring rip off from Nintendo? I'm so curious.
Right? Just look at Pizza Tower. Just look at Pow World. Just look at Wargroove, right? Like, again, either of these games will be ported to Switch eventually, or they're not worth playing to begin with.
Harman, just say it, because we all know you want to say it. Say that you want to play these games on your Nintendo Switch. We understand, okay? It's not a big deal. We're not going to crucify you for saying it, but we are going to crucify you for saying dumb things, okay? But the fact is of this whole point is we're not going to crucify you for one of these on the Nintendo Switch, but the downside of it being ported to the Nintendo Switch, it's going to be downgraded a lot, and a lot of developers do not want to do that. And that's why I always say with the Nintendo fans that they deserve better hardware so they can play these games, so they can enjoy Elden Ring, so they can enjoy Space Marine 2, and they can enjoy Baldur's Gate 3 along with everybody else. That's why everybody, including me, pushes back on Nintendo saying, hey, you need to get it together and get them better hardware.
When I see people getting excited over Warhammer 2, Warhammer 40K, Space Marine 2.
Oh, I'm so glad you put some respect on that name. We don't want a fucking relapse from like last time now, don't we, Harman?
I just think to myself, like, wow, These people need to have sex.
That's rich. Go on.
Right? Because, of course, like, this is Warhammer we're talking about. These guys are such turbo versions.
Jesus Christ, we get it.
Harman, I'm willing to bet right now the biggest turbo virgin has gotten laid more times than you have in your whole entire life.
The Space Marine 2 thing was very telling as to how irrelevant the PC Master Race is in 2024, right?
And yet we're still here, Harman. We're still kicking and screaming, and our platform continues to keep growing at a steady pace. So, I mean, what are you trying to get at here, Harman?
Decade-old Nintendo games, right? Super Mario 3D All-Stars, right? Skyward Sword, Link's Awakening, right? Like, all of these games are just dominating the competition.
Baldur's Gate 3, Elden Ring, and Space Marine 2 aren't in the same genre as those games, so how exactly are they dominating these games? I'm very curious, Harman. It kind of confuses me why you even compare these games in the first place, or like, just admit it right now, Harman. You want to play these games.
The reality is, gaming on Nintendo is just better than gaming on PC.
Hey Harman, let me know when I can play Pokemon Coliseum on my Nintendo Switch, and most of all, the big one out of all this is when you finally get mod support for your games. Please let me know.
And for the longest time, I used to tell myself, being a creator, being a YouTuber, that, I get a lot of value out of my PC, right? I spent a lot of money on this thing to get it set up and to use it for personal purposes, right? I was getting a lot of utility out of writing my books and stuff like that. But I realized that tablets can do the same thing at a more affordable price.
Excuse me, but I'm in danger of choking on my own vomit.
Well, you are correct about one thing. They can help you write a book, Harman, but definitely one thing, they cannot help you play video games. That is for damn sure. Because I would love to see you try to... I would love to see you try to run Space Marine 2 on a tablet. That would be absolutely amazing.
So when you have superior gaming on Nintendo consoles and you have superior applications on tablets, why would you ever support gaming PCs?
Superior applications on a tablet. Boy, oh boy. Hey, Harman, I would love to see you run OBS on there or Blender on there. For God's sake, superior applications on a fucking tablet. Oh my God. I would never thought I would hear those words come out of his mouth.
Would I ever write a book on my high-end gaming PC when I could just do it on my tablet?
Harman, for the love of God, if you cannot tell the difference between a laptop or a PC, then you don't deserve to be in the conversation of, is a PC worth it?
Like, you don't need to sit here and wait, several seconds for the PC to boot up, and then to sort through all the, to boot up your applications, and then for it to, just tell you that, oh, you're not connected to the internet because the power went out.
It's stupid. You're stupid. Stop being stupid.
Those are the same things that are going to happen with your Nintendo Switch and your tablet. It's no different than a PC, except a PC is so much oh my God, I'm going to have a fucking stroke over this take. Oh my God, I could feel it come on.
PC gaming is over, right? The era of the PC is completely behind us. The future now is smart devices, right? Our smartphones, our tablets, our watches.
Hey Harman, bit of a spoiler alert, but you wasted that money on the tablet. You want to know why? Because you could have done the same stuff on your smartphone. You wasted that money buying a tablet. And mind you, you're going to say, well, phones are just as strong as PCs. Yeah, how is Resident Evil Village doing on the phones these days? Pretty terrible? Yeah, I'm not too surprised by that.
Again, the Switch 2, I think, is going to do even more to make the gaming PC irrelevant.
Oh, wait, you serious? Let me laugh even harder.
Harman, if it's not stronger than a Steam Deck and run games a lot better than the Steam Deck, there's no chance in hell hell it's got a chance to even fucking hold a candle against PC. Oh, and I hope for the fans' sake too, I hope the Switch 2 is backwards compatible with the Switch games.
Why exactly am I supposed to be excited about the future of PC gaming?
Well, you don't seem pretty excited for PC, but I am. I get available access to all fantastic games that you guys hold very dear to yourselves, like your exclusives, and I get to run them a lot better, better frames, better resolution. Oh, and not to mention mod support too, to where I can actually have fun with the games. That's why I'm excited, but for you, I can't really speak for you or try to make you even happier.
I'm looking forward to Slitterhead, right? It's from like a bunch of Team Silent people, right? It looks like a really cool horror game, back to basics, kind of like action horror thing. You know, I'm sure it's going to be better than like Callisto Protocol or Dead Space or any of this other Western slop, right?
You really think you're going to be able to play Slitterhead on a fucking tablet, Harman? Really? I just checked that game out and I just saw what the requirements are. You really think you're going to be able to play that on your tablet? Oh my god. Oh, that's a good laugh. Oh my god.
Right? I don't need to buy the game on Steam. And if anything, supporting Steam is just enabling some of the biggest scum in the industry, right?
The biggest scums in the whole industry. Do you understand that we don't pay for multiplayer on Steam? Do you understand that we don't pay for cloud saves? Unlike you guys, you have to pay for it in order to back up your saves. And mind you, a good portion of your guys' games on the Nintendo Switch can't be backed up. Cough, cough, I'm looking at Pokemon right now. And let's not forget about those season sales too. Like, did you forget about those two, Harman? I mean, for the love of God, they're a lot better sales than what Nintendo does. Good God, like, oh, here's like 10% off of the next Pokemon game, even though it's been about 2 years. Like, yeah, fantastic there. Yeah, Steam is the biggest, scummiest fucking storefront for the video game industry. Fantastic take there, Harman. And don't even get me started on Nintendo's refund policy. That is an absolute fucking joke.
Right. This was such a blatant violation of Nintendo's patents that Steam should have intervened and stopped this from coming out.
Harman, I want you to think about this very carefully. Do you think they would allow that on their storefront in the first place? Do you think Xbox would allow that? Do you think PlayStation would allow that? And oh yeah, heads up for the PlayStation fans. Yeah, guess what's on PlayStation right now? Because I don't know if you caught this or not, or my community post. Power World is on PlayStation, so I suggest y'all to go buy that game and please go enjoy yourself.
You really do understand that Steam just has no value whatsoever, right? Steam is just a cope.
Harman, the Nintendo eShop is so terrible to use, I could chuck my Nintendo Switch across the parking lot before it even decides to load up a fucking video game from the Nintendo eShop. The Nintendo eShop is so poorly designed that it takes forever just for it to boot up into the main menu, or even just to cancel a membership or subscribe to a membership. It is so poorly designed, it makes Epic Games look like a fucking functioning storefront.
Again, just compare like the average PC gamer stream versus one of my average streams.
You sure about that? You sure about that? You sure about that?
Harman, your video game streams only bring in about 4 to 5, 10 people to come watch your stream. My streams over here brings in between 30 to 50 people when it's a video game stream. There is a huge difference between you and me, and I'm not surprised you can't tell the difference.
Nintendo fans play games. But then you look at what the PC Master Race does, where they just cry incessantly about like something that someone else said on Twitter, and then they're taking it to YouTube and then screaming at each other, right? It's like, where is the video games in this?
You want to know why this happens, Harman? Because everybody's fucking sick and tired of you fanboys fighting over a fucking exclusive and a piece of plastics. So they come to people like me to physically dunk on you and your misinformation that you want to purposely spread everywhere. That's the reason why we do it. That's the reason why we're even around here. It's because you give us meaning. If you guys didn't do this silly little tribalism, we wouldn't be around to do this.
Well, like, PC gamers don't know what Nintendo fans have.
A quick Google search fixes that problem real quickly, and we have better products on the Steam page anyway, and eventually, just like Shin Megami Tensei and Damien X Machina, eventually all those little exclusives that you hold very dearly are slowly moving over to the Steam platform. So I'm maybe guessing here, spitballing, maybe in the next 10 years, Nintendo's going to start porting their games over to PC, and that's going to be the day where I'm going to see you have a stroke, Harman.
Nintendo fans need to stand up for themselves against the PC Master Race, because nothing they say about the PC platform is true at all.
Harman, do you know what the Nintendo fans need to do right now? All they need to do right now is just kick back, relax, play on their Nintendo Switch, and watch my video as I dunk on you. They don't need to do a damn thing and worry about what the PC people are doing. What they need to do is enjoy their lives, because it's a very, very short life to even worry about what the PC people are doing.
Like, no, you cannot emulate Nintendo consoles.
There are a whole bunch of videos showing how to emulate Nintendo consoles, and on top of that, you have multiple videos on your channel about people emulating Nintendo consoles, Harman. So which is it? Does it not exist, or does it exist? Because otherwise, past you has been lying, or you're lying right now, Harman. Which one is it?
No, you can't legally pirate everything.
And if Nintendo does not give me a legal way in order to pay for the product, then it's really not fucking stealing.
No, like Power World is not a legal product.
Just because you said it isn't doesn't mean it is, Harman. You are not a lawyer, you are not a judge. This has not gone to trial to prove that if it's a legal product to be sold on the market.
Nintendo is not some evil corporation.
Oh, that's where I very much disagree with you. The shit that Nintendo has pulled on its own customers, oh boy, I disagree very, very much with you, Harman. Oh yeah, no, you would not be winning that debate at all.
Right? Again, these are all lies that these people have been pushing for the past 30 years, and it's time we start addressing this. It's time we start fighting back against the PC Master Race.
Every argument that you have brought to the table has been deconstructed. Every single accusation that you brought to the table towards the PC Master Race has been dismantled. Anything else you want to bring to the table that we haven't heard about the millionth one fucking time, Harman? Like, seriously, come on, what the fuck are you doing here? Can you get like a new stick here or something? Because every time you open your mouth, it's always the repeated same thing over and over. It's never a new argument. It's never a new example. It's the same boring, repetitive shit over and over again. And 9 times out of 10, your sources that you cite in your videos turns out to be absolutely false. Especially when I go to Google and I type in the exact same thing you say and I get 0 search results, or it's a completely different thing. And thankfully that is the end of the video, because holy crap, that one was a bit of a doozy from Harman Smith. So if you guys enjoyed my content, please leave a like and comment in the comment section. Always a pleasure to talk to you guys. And hey, if you want more of this type of content, my rants, my reviews, and well, my salt videos, consider subscribing to the channel. Trying to make it to 10K by the end of this year. But anyway, fam, besides that whole complete mess, thank you very much for watching, and hope to see you guys in the next video. Later, fam.
Have it, you're like a baby.